said, your idea is not perfect because everybody else's idea of Da Vinci, you know? So I said, and he goes, well, and he lays out this plan. And he goes, go back test that. He goes, you know, when people talk about past performance doesn't equal future performance, that's because it's like a 5 or 10 year period of time. He said, test it over the entire modern history of investing, say 75 years, and tell me what you go back. Think about all the up and downs of markets in the last 75, 85% of the time it's made money. And when it lost money, it didn't lose 50% like 2000 or 51% like 2008. It lost 3.99%, just under 4% in the worst time. If you could go to Vegas and make money 85% of the time, when you only lost 4%, how much would you invest, right? How much would you invest?
Tom wouldn't be here.
So I want people to know this book will show you exactly step by step what to do. And you want to set it up so that everything you do, your day-to-day business is wonderful, but if that went away, you're still financially set.
You can start even if you're small.
You can start with nothing. Start with $1,000, $500 to make this thing happen, and it'll guide you straight through it.
I love it. Everybody, please get this book, get your hands on it, make sure your teams get this book, have some concepts, get the concepts ingrained, put it into your training, make it a part of your culture.
Think of it as this is an area you got to master, but it's not something that takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
That's why I call it Money Master the Game. It's a game. You want to master that game. 7 steps, anybody can do it.
Right. All right. One more question for you, and I appreciate the time.
My pleasure.
We have our GoPro Recruiting Mastery event coming up in October.
I'm going to be there.
And the reason, let me tell you the reason why. I feel like I've developed I have some mentors like you've had, and some people who've helped to simplify some complex things. And inside of the network marketing space, I feel like I've done a pretty good job of simplifying the skills necessary for a person to go pro.
Yeah.
And I've done a lot of coaching, especially over the last 2 or 3 years. The biggest obstacle is not the skills.
No, never.
The biggest obstacle is the breakthrough that is required in a person's mind in order to be able to go to another level. Now, you're a busy guy and you're not cheap to bring in, but we did it. And the reason why we did it is we wanted you to come in and spend an entire evening with this group, the people who are there and people who are watching on live stream, to be able to help each of them have a breakthrough, an emotional, a spiritual, a total transformation in their mind and their business.
Yeah.
What are you going to be sharing with people? What can they expect to learn? What kind of results can they expect to achieve as they leave there? What are you going to be bringing?
Well, I've been obsessed for 38 years with that one word, breakthrough. I'm not interested in change. People change all the time. They make a lateral change. They go from, overeating to smoking. They go from one bad relationship of one way to another one. I'm interested in a breakthrough. A breakthrough is a moment in time when everything changes, and it changes for the best. And the beautiful thing about a breakthrough, when you really start studying it, which I've done for 38 years, and I've looked at it, financial breakthroughs, business breakthroughs, emotional breakthroughs, and you really see a breakthrough, it's a moment in time that occurs. Like people will say to me so often, well, it took me 10 years to change this. And I say, bullshit. It took you a moment. It took you 10 years to get to the moment where you actually broke through. That moment where your brain said, not another day, not another hour, not another moment. This is over. I'm changing my body, or I'm changing my relationship, or I'm no longer going to do this. I won't tolerate this, because most of us get what we tolerate. And we don't realize that there's that point. And I'd be willing to bet every one of the people listening or watching here has had breakthrough moments where you struggle with something for a long time and promised yourself you're going to do it or change it, or, and then you didn't do it. And then maybe finally something happened that pushed you over the edge. So I've been obsessed with finding what pushes people over the edge. And then more importantly, what sustains the breakthrough, right? And when it comes to business, that's what they have, business ownership. I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that the chokehold on the growth of any person who's watching or listening, anybody in network marketing, any business owner, the chokehold always is the psychology and skills of the owner or the leader. Always. You will never grow your business past your own development. And I tell people that, like when I start seminars, they all want to know strategies. And I have so many business strategies, and I love to wow people with the strategies, save them a decade. But I don't do that. The first day of everything I do is pure psychology, because I give you 10 strategies, and how many people showing you a strategy, the answer's right there, and people still don't follow through. And it's simply because of that. So don't get me wrong, skills are critical too, which is why I think what you're doing is so invaluable. But I feel privileged to come in and add to that because I found it's 80-20. 80% psychology, 20% skills. And if you don't have the skills, you're not going to succeed. But if you don't have psychology, you have the skills and you still won't follow through. And so I'm going to take people through a process over about 3 hours of immersion that you're never going to get doing one little thing at a time. It's kind of like, most people have taken a foreign language in high school and college, and you ask them today, speak some language, they can't speak squat. It's because they did this little thing at a time. I'm an immersion guy. If you're in it, breathing it, smelling it, tasting it, that's what we're going to do for 3.5 hours. And at the end of that, you're going to storm out of there. You'll know what was holding you back. You'll know how to shift it, and you'll physically shift it, and it'll be in your body, and it'll be resident. And you'll have a daily practice, a simple daily practice of less than 10 minutes that'll put you in the place to maximize every single day. And that's what it really takes.
So if a person's trying to decide, hey, should I get a live streaming ticket? Should I find a way to get to that event? What kind of advice would you have for them?
Don't do it. If you can't decide to do something this valuable for your life, you shouldn't be in business. Please go back to working for someone else. You really should. You gotta go work for someone else. You're not cut out for network marketing. Either that or grab some gumption and push yourself over the edge, because listen, I tease about it, but it's true. Your income will never far exceed your personal development, your business development. It just can't. You're never going to see a person influence someone of higher influence when they haven't grown in themselves. If you're growing, you can lead. You don't have to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm not far from perfect. But if you're caring and if you're growing, people sense that about you, because the average person is not. And that's attractive. That's going to pull people to you. A lot of people are like, how do I get people? The fastest way to get people is develop yourself, and people sense it. And when you talk to people, they sense that, whatever you're saying is the tip of the iceberg. They know there's so much deeper and they want more. And what better to do in life than to become the kind of person that you know you're not perfect, but you're growing constantly. And because you're growing, you have more to give. And so I'm obsessed. You want to get better? Life gets better. My original teacher, Jim Rohn, used to say to me, Tony, for things to get better, you got to get better. For things to change, you got to change, right? And I can tell you, if you're going to add more value, you can't just hope good ideas are going to just show up out of the blue. You got to pursue them. Great ideas are going to change your life. Don't interrupt you. You pursue them, you use them, and they change your life. And we're going to create an environment where people that day who are there will not forget that they're there. It'll have an impact for years to come.
I will tell you that Jim Rohn also talked about the day that turns your life around.
Yes.
That's that day of disgust, that day of determination, that day when you finally make the decision, like you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I think that the people are going to attend. And the reason why we're bringing in, the reason why I'm excited to work with you in this project and with the world is,
that's cool.
More than anything else, to go out there and absolutely crush on every level.
Well, the reason I'm doing this talk with you, my dear friend Sam, who you guys are good friends, put us together, arrange this, is I know you're totally sincere, and I know there's a reason there's 7,000 people come to this. It's because you deliver the goods for people on your own. So I think you're a brother on the path, and together, hopefully, do more than we would do separately.
Yeah, man. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Look forward to tearing it up with you in October.
I'll be here.
All right.
See you then.
Wow. What a privilege to be able to sit down with literally one of the most important thought leaders around the world. I hope you got value from what he had to say about the network marketing profession, how we need to treat it seriously, how we need to develop our skills, how we need to really own what we do in this profession, and also how to pay attention to real financial independence. So many great ideas over the course of that 25, 30-minute interview. But let me ask you a question before we move on to Robert Kiyosaki and Bob Proctor. How would you like to hear from Tony Robbins on how to be more successful in network marketing for 3 to 4 hours of in-depth training? What would that be worth to your business? Let me tell you, if you want to get in front of Tony and listen to what he has to say live, you can't do it anywhere in the world for less than $1,000 per person. As you know, October 14th through the 17th is GoPro Recruiting Mastery, the biggest event in network marketing history. 8,000 people are already registered to this sold-out event. And let me tell you why we put this event on. Our mission is to change the network marketing profession for the better, to help you develop the skills you need to be successful, to create that $1 million mindset, have a breakthrough, and a total life transformation experience in network marketing to help you create a game plan for strategies and success in our business, to provide inspiration, credibility, validation. Like I said, this is the largest and most powerful event in network marketing history. It's 100% safe. It's totally generic. We don't talk about any companies or any particular products. But here's what I want you to understand, and you're going to find out through the course of this webinar. You can get a live streaming ticket to watch the entire event live, plus a 7-day replay. You can watch all of it from the comfort of your home anywhere in the world. But before I give you details on how you can register for that, how you can get a live streaming ticket, let me share with you a few more things. And I'm going to start with a special interview I've done with Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Check it out. I'm here with a couple entrepreneurial legends. Kim Kiyosaki, how are you? Robert Kiyosaki.
How you doing?
Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Rich Woman. How many books have you guys sold worldwide, estimated?
Well, just Rich Dad Poor Dad alone is estimated legally produced. There's a lot of pirated copies. 33 million.
33 million.